Eastern time. I live on the East Coast. So just want to give you like my time perspective. But for the most part, y'all, I just wanted to share my thoughts on the day that literally has changed hip hop forever, right? And I know my hair's a little, puffy, you know, it being hot and stuff get to it. Like my hair just goes from being straight, having it down. You can go look at my other episodes versus now I just got my hair in a ponytail. Okay, I'm just over it. I'm waiting on my hairstylist to. I text her. I went to her website because her website was down. She said she's changing it a little bit, so I'm waiting on her to put her website back up so I can book. Okay. Um. So we're talking about this year that just changed hip hop and my thoughts about why people are still stuck, right? For me being 28 years old, I I've been around hip hop, I've been around R&B. It is true, the element of that music become the soundtrack to your life, right? And how that helped you grow. You remember what time frame you was in. You remember why you was feeling the way you were feeling that day, and this music may have just bring you alive, to just make you still go on about your day. So, in my belief here, like that, it's a soundtrack to our life, and the reason why is because if one, you're a music hip hop fan, is that you've been waiting on this for 10 years or so. For me, I can't say I was waiting on this the full 10 years, I would say. But I did catch it maybe 6 years ago. So coming from the full 10 to ever since Kendrick dropped his Control album, Control song freestyle on to a little bit after that. That's when I caught on. But I love watching the cypher on BET and everywhere else when it was big time TV. You had to be in the house. You really didn't have streaming. You had to sit there, be in the house, and turn on your channel to watch these things. So, and also just watching we couldn't really get interviews back in the day with people, so you had to kind of come to YouTube. um they had to like clip it up on the TV to say, hey, so and so got an interview. So it was around when we just really started to do the internet and being social really to its full capacity. um this song for me, now looking back 1 year later, I'm sad, right? And the reason why I'm sad is because this day that we have been waiting for finally came on a feature, right? It wasn't a whole song, but a feature. And what we know now, 1 year later, I just don't know if I was ready for that at that time. And really, I had no choice but to get ready as a music lover, as a Kendrick Lamar lover. So I don't want to come across as biased per se, but Future being Future, Metro putting out this fire ass beats, like Future and Metro gonna always give us something to turn up in. It's gonna always be a outside record, a club record, a strip club record, a cookout record. Um, you are driving long distance. So let's say I'm leaving Virginia and I'm taking like the 301 to hit Maryland. It helps you flow through to get through the traffic. If you're going up 95 to go north, you getting up traffic. So Future has somehow made a way with Metro to where all things exist. And because of that, I don't know how and I don't know why, right? But boom, my speculation is now that being a year later, we all heard the story about how Drake had something going on with Metro. He wanted to be, I think Metro mama got sick, Metro mother allegedly passes away, and Drake was just being a basically an asshole, was kind of like, I don't really care what you got going on, send me my beat. I don't allegedly beefing over girls, which we know that's just Drake MO. So I'm saying that to say that who made the phone call? Was it Metro making a phone call to Kendrick, or Kendrick making a phone call to say, Metro, hey, what songs do you got out there in the universe that I could put a feature on? Or Metro, but the reason why I'm leaving Future out of this, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But the reason why I am putting Metro in this directly of because of what I just said about Metro. But most importantly, who called who for this track? And I'm thinking it's Metro because he produced this track. So Metro, because it's some questions that we still don't know that came out the battle, and it's still 1 year information. Like a lot of songs confirmed a lot of stuff, but it's still some questions that's unanswered. And the question is being asked, and who we still don't know the answer to, is Metro. If you called Kendrick and told him to get on this feature, Metro, would you expecting this feature exactly from Kendrick? Or was y'all already texting on the phone? It was like, hey, yo, I'm going to send you this fire ass song. Just put a hook up there. Or would you already texting you and Kendrick was texting and y'all was talking, was like, you know what, just give me this song, because this song go hard. Now, if you listen to like that, we all know Future ain't talking about that shit. Future gonna talk about the bitches, he gonna talk about the hoes, he gonna talk about, hey, how I left one bitch to the next bitch, because none of y'all bitches ain't bitches. We gonna talk about drugs, we gonna talk about money. Like, if you notice, like, the verse don't really go with the damn song, but Kendrick made it a direct hit to Drake's first person shooter. I know it don't sound right, but let me tie it in. So Metro and Kendrick was on the back line texting, and he was like, "Hey yo, I'm gonna send you this fast song." Or Kendrick was like, "Hey yo, send me this fast shit you got here." Still, when we heard this Future shit, we was not expecting Kendrick Lamar to be up here. And by the way, with Kendrick Lamar being up here, we wasn't expecting a direct, exact hit call out to everything that Drake and J. Cole had said, a first person shooter. We wasn't expecting that. And so now, as this song come on and I'm listening to it for the first time, I'm driving in the car. And when I tell y'all, my mouth was dropping, okay? I was in complete, utter shock. And my body did not know how to respond to it. Do you understand, like, when they say, like, breaking news on the TV and something, it's just like when we heard about that first plane crash, y'all. And we was like, what the? A plane crash? We can't believe it. It shocked your body to understand what the news was saying in real time. This is how I directly responded to like that, okay? And going through like that, I'm going to pull up the lyrics in a second. I want to tell y'all exactly how my brain processed this. I want to tell y'all exactly when did my mouth drop and why I was confused. I was confused. I was happy. I was sad. I was all of those things to bringing it back round 1 year later. So give me a second here, y'all. I'm going to pull up the lyrics, okay? Because I think at this very point, y'all, we have to I have to give y'all some back to this. Okay. All right. And little did I know, I didn't even know that was Michelle A. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like Michelle A is dope. Okay. So I want to just go line by line, close by close, to see, like, to understand how we potentially felt at this time. So I say, these niggas talking out my neck. I'm talking out their neck. They put no cough out this mouth. I'm too weird, praying no for a threat. So I'm like, huh? Like, mad y'all. It's 2024. This is now 2025, right? But it's now 2024. Drake and J. Cole dropped First Person Shooter in 2023. So the point that I'm making here is, Kendrick, who said something about you that mainstream we didn't see in the blogs? Kendrick, we don't remember a song going mainstream or anything around it. Mind you, one second, right? Because let's look up when I want to give you the direct date that First Person Shooter came out. It released October 24th, 2023. So understand what I'm saying is that this song came out before Halloween. It came out before Thanksgiving. It came out before Christmas, right? So, and it came out before New Year. Before Valentine's Day the next year. Like, understand that we saying that it is now March. So from October to March, especially from January to March, we like Kendrick. We ain't heard shit about nothing. We ain't heard shit about nobody dissing you. They nobody make a song that's mainstream that we heard of that somebody saying something to you about a threat. Who threatened you, Kendrick? What the fuck? So y'all, okay. I'm confused right here. This is what I'm telling y'all confused because we haven't heard anything. They say, hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. They say a lot of goofies with that check. I mean, I hold it to the symbolic. My temperament bipolar. I choose violence. Hold up, Kendrick. What the fuck? Somebody threaten you. You say, all right, fuck it. Hey, I'm here, bro. What's up? What we talking about? Kendrick. Like, yeah, bro. But what the fuck happened from January to March that's really disturbed you? Okay. Right there, I'm still like confused, but I'm like, okay, Kendrick, cool. All right, next. Okay, let's get it. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas pick it up. Okay. But can we legit know they follow and tell him, y'all, right then and there, when he said niggas clicking up, the first thing I thought of was, ain't nobody said shit about shit. The last song that had mentioned you was J. Cole and Drake. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because mind y'all, this shit been going on for 10 years and it been a subtle this here, a subtle this there, but not subtly into the shit. So what I'm saying is that, okay, I'm thinking. I got my combination. You know how like your mind going to a Rubik's Cube? Okay. Trying to figure out, yes, that's where I'm at. So these niggas clicking up, but it cannot be legit. No 40 well. I'm telling them, yeah. I get up when we first sneak this and first person shooter. I hold that came with 3 switches. Okay, right there, my mouth said, and it confirmed exactly how I felt. So y'all know this weird thing that your brain does that is like you go back. It's like your mind, ears, your eyesight. It's like your excuse me. It's like your foreshadowing, right? And you go back to that place. You know how I just take you to like a scene, and then you come back in like, "Hey, takes me to that place of me, him, and first person shooter, and all of that stuff," and say, J. Cole said Kendrick's name with the Spider-Man meme looking at me. My God. So your head is processing all of this at one time, but while still following the switches, right? But one thing I can say about Kendrick, right? Kendrick raps really fast but slow, right? And understand what I'm saying. Like, had Kendrick give us, he can write something in the verse, have it on beat, but he's such a person of the arts that he let you visualize it. So you're able to kind of come to contact with first person shooter. And I think that's one of the amazing gifted things about Kendrick. So while I'm going through this, it say fuck sneak this a first person shooter. I hope they came with these switches. I crash out like fuck rap this mellow if I had to. Got tools with me. I'm snatching chains and I burn that tattoos is up. Kendrick once again said, "Hey yo, I'm way too paranoid for a threat. I'm choosing balance, and it's up." Drake, J. Cole, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm here to tell y'all, fuck y'all and everything y'all standing on the first person shooter. This shit is not as big as the fucking Super Bowl. Fuck what y'all talk about, nigga. What? Okay. I think they still messed up on some of these lyrics, right? But he said, "I lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. If you walk around with that, it ain't Andre DK." Think I won't drop the location. I still got PTSD. Motherfuck the bit 3. Nigga, it just bit me. Nigga bump. Okay. This is a direct hit shot that said, "Hey, bro, all this y'all was talking about in first person shooter is so fucked up that I have to address both of y'all at the same time, but particularly you, Drake." And the reason why Drake gets this hate, this straight up vitriol, is because what y'all don't understand is that Drake used J. Cole as like a crash out dummy to go on a crash out mission. And J. Cole, I think now realized, now 1 year later, that Drake sent him out on a dummy mission. Okay? And I could see why. Because J. Cole fell for the bullshit. But J. Cole was the one who said Kendrick's name. So understand that. But Drake set up this whole plot. Drake set up this whole song. And no matter how J. Cole in first person shooter is saying, "Hey yo, I'm number one." Really fuck Drake, fuck you, Kendrick too. But Drake is saying, "This is my song. Really, I put you on this song, J. Cole, for you, cause you really number two to me. Kendrick ain't really shit. He number 3." And it was basically on first person shooter. They was like talking shit about each other in the same time, talking shit about Kendrick, and like giving him like a backhanded compliment. That's what J. Cole and Drake did on first person shooter. So if I'm anybody, yeah, like, "Hey bro, like let's get it up. Like, what you talking about? Like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I ain't got time to be interpreting or figuring out what the fuck y'all say. Y'all niggas said my name. You niggas basically giving me a backhanded compliment. I don't think they were talking about Kendrick like this. Yeah, like they was dissing each other, and Drake still sent J. Cole out on a dummy mission. Like, crazy work, right? So when he said motherfuck the bit 3, nigga, it just bit me, nigga bum. He said canceling what the fuck y'all talking about, nigga. It was really never a bit 3. Y'all decided, the fans The culture decided it was a fucking big three. I never said I was with you niggas. I never thought that I was gonna be with you niggas. I never said I was with you niggas. I never put my hand around y'all, was like, yeah, y'all, we the big three. Nigga, it was always me on my path and my timing. So I just don't understand. But fuck what y'all talking about, okay? And right here, and where it get really like nasty at. So, and your best work, a light pat, nigga, print out Lil Mike Jack, nigga, bump. Drake, a direct hit again. Drake is always saying how he is Michael Jackson. He big as Michael Jackson. I always hated that. To be referred to Mike Jack, how I grew up with Mike Jack. And if y'all, like, niggas always want to be the best, but nobody can ever be better than Michael Jackson. So this is the irony of really all of this, and the irony of hip hop, the irony of black culture, the irony of music. Because realistically, and wherever you may be, Michael Jackson is the biggest man that ever lived. So it's like the competitor ain't anybody. Like, even with how niggas say, oh, don't disrespect, don't talk about Jay-Z, don't do this. Like, okay, don't talk about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is the biggest. Yes. But nigga, Michael Jackson transcends all what the fuck niggas talk about. Michael Jackson transcends everything of what you talk about. Michael Jackson had all cultures by his hand. He was standing at the first Super Bowl and took off his glasses. People falling out, people dying. And Drake, so to me, that's one thing that I did not like about Drake, because Drake stopped saying that you was Mike Jack. To me, in my head, how I grew up with Michael Jackson, and when he died, I was a child. I was sad. My whole house was sad. It was a sad day. So for him to compare himself to fucking Michael Jackson was to me insulting. And we all knew about Prince and his artistry, and how, if you would say Mike was the one that Prince was the two, or you could say Mike is A1, Prince is 1B. Like, it was kind of like a go back to back, but we all knew Mike had it, realistically, okay? And realistically, Prince did outlive Mike Jack. But see, if you want to be the biggest, and how they took out Michael Jackson, they conspired to take out Michael Jackson. Why would you want to be Michael Jackson? And I think Drake in his head really think that he was bigger than Michael Jackson. I know it's a hot take, but now looking back on it, Drake really think that he could do a 1v1 with Michael Jackson and potentially come out the winner. And I know that's a hot take, y'all, but just think about it. Okay? Prince really did outlive Mike Jackson. And regardless of what stride Prince went on, everybody knew Prince. You couldn't say Prince without Michael Jackson name. You couldn't say Michael Jackson name without Prince. It was one of those things to whereas I'm going to do it my way with playing 10,000 instruments, having this voice, producing, writing my own music. Like, you couldn't tell Prince shit because he did everything his damn self. So I understand what Kendrick was saying right here as being Prince and the former artist known as Prince. Okay? For all your dogs getting buried, that's okay without these nines. You gonna see Pet Cemetery. Yeah, this was a direct hit to Drake All the Dogs album. Talking Cash Code shit, underline, summarizing Kendrick. Drake just thought he was the best dog out. But what y'all now seeing with this one line, That's the K with all them nines. He gonna see Pet Cemetery. It's been 1 year later after everything that went through. Not Like Us came out. We passed the Super Bowl. Drake just filed the UMG just found a motion to response. Drake want Kendrick contracts. The dog is dying. He said, "Hey yo, if you gonna die, you gonna die on this hill that I'ma set. And if you saying you for all the dogs, then stand up for everybody." But realistically, Drake, you was never a dog. You was a cat. Like, what's that little saying? Bossman D-Lo. Bossman D-Lo. But he had a sign about a pets or some shit like that. A big dog, something like that. But this song right here has, to what people in hip hop, to what people who are Kendrick stands, who are Drake stands, like, they're still stuck in this battle. And we can see that sonically in music. We can see how UMG is set up to where who they are deciding to release with songs. We can see that the independent artists are doing good. Somebody like La Russell, and he's making his stance in independent media. Like, the media game and the music game is so messed up right now, because this record here literally timestamp the whole generation, and it's making a whole generation stop. It's making a whole generation not be as developed. That's the cons. But on the pro side, it's making people become very conscious of, if they want to speak about their what you want to say, like their conscious music, what they think is hip hop, what they know it to be hip hop, what are things that they would prefer to now listen to, become it, pro so culture. So a lot of negative and a positive, and a lot of positive came out of this. But realistically, I never reported on a song, nor less made a YouTube about what a song did 1 year later and how it transcends along multiple generations, because this song was a direct response to the beef and how we get Not Like Us, and how Not Like Us, the intro at the Super Bowl, get everybody all over the world joining together to do 40 Acres in the Mule. This is bigger than the music. Like, understanding that this is the verse that said, "Hey yo, this is hip hop. Mind your business. I'm not the two. I'm not the three. I'm the one. I've been the one, and you niggas was never with me." This song will be in the history books to who, what, when, where, why. If Kendrick could potentially win another Pulitzer because of this, what you consider this song. Kendrick already has a Kendrick is still on the road to get his EGOT status. So Kendrick still need a I think a Emmy and an Oscar. Cause I think Kendrick got a Tony. I could be wrong, but Kendrick got 2 out the 4. But realistically, even with people that do got EGOT status, Kendrick got a PLEGOT status, and that's a Pulitzer, right? So he's working. Kendrick will be the first person in history to get a PGOT status, not an EGOT, but a PGOT. So it's Tony, Emmy, Oscar, Grammy. Kendrick will have a Pulitzer, Tony, Emmy, Oscar, Grammy. So Kendrick will be the first in history to do that. So that just take over proceedings because not too many people have EGOT status, okay? And with Kendrick, he has a Pulitzer, so he hold that over a whole range of people, no matter where you're coming from. To why a PGOT status would, not by numbers, not by metrics, but if you want to say big three, nigga, you might gotta call Mike, Jack, Prince, and Kendrick. Hot take. Big three, Mike, Jack, Prince, and Kendrick. Only if Kendrick get a PGOT. Hot take. But listen, okay? But this song right here has kind of put us in a parallel universe that we didn't know was going to happen. Now, another hot take would be, did Shannon Sharp interview with Cat Williams directly set this off? Understand, y'all, July 3rd, 2024, Cat Williams sat on Shannon Sharp's couch and responded back to all the claims that everybody in other episodes of Club Shay Shay was making. And he was like, y'all niggas need to live in y'all truth. Not that Kendrick won't, but, and we also got to remember that Kendrick shouted Cat Williams out in like 2 or 3 songs, even in battle mode against Drake and outside of this. So, I personally think Cat Williams had a direct impact on this verse being the verse and to why we got this. Who are we blaming this on? We have to blame it on Drake and J. Cole because they clearly was sitting out here doing this shit. And we gotta blame Cat Williams for that damn interview he did. And we gotta blame Metro for man saying, fuck Drake on some bullshit he did to me. Hey, yo, big dog Kendrick. Hey, holla at me, bro. Like, all these people are direct line to why Kendrick made this verse. And that's just my opinion. I'm not saying all of this to be like, I'm going to say this whole thing is alleged. But these are my opinions of how this verse came about, how Kendrick stood on business, and he stood on business this whole time. So, to understand all of those things in one, to why this one verse has not only some people can't move out the timestamp, starting with this song, going into the last year that Kendrick had. But it's a timestamp record to know where were we at in the world, what happened that year. And it was the election year too. So y'all, a whole lot of shit happened in 2024, okay? This record here taught me to say what you say, but say what I want to say in words of poetry, so that you, if you do be sued, you get to use the Fair Use Act, you get to use the Poetry Act, everything that Universal came back with Drake. I want to harmonize everything that I say so it could be considered poetry. Okay, so take my normal voice and just identify, right? Let's use this. I'm gonna identify that everything I said today will be put into a song. Will be, hope that you can sonically listen to it as in poetry, so that if I do get sued, this was just nothing but freedom of poetry of lyrics, nothing more. Okay, so all in all, this song, and I think I'm gonna do every video I'm gonna do leading up to Not Like Us. I'm gonna do this because it's so important to now, to why we getting music, but we not getting music at what we used to have it. And really, Drake used to fulfill most of the chart up to where you heard Drake all year long, summer, spring, fall. So Drake gonna come out for the summer with the ladies. Drake gonna give us something. October's very on. This is gonna lead into the year. Drake is gonna hop on some features with people. To give us like a spring vibe, a spring breaks, and even if that would be with DJ Khaled. Like Drake would be all festered all year round. To the void that we're seeing now, Drake will fulfill that. To now that because of Kendrick and this one verse has directly impacted everything to why we at a standstill. And like right now, even Kanye going off in his tweets. I just heard a part of Bully that he's been promoting, and the production sound good on it, right? But in order for Kanye to create again, as Kanye said, Kendrick took down his nemesis for now. So we don't get a new Kanye West and his antics if somebody don't do something that he wanted to do or piss him off. So music is in a crazy space overall. Now, I'm not saying you have to agree with Kanye and what he's got going on, but what I'm saying is that the state of where music is at right now, like people on tour, Gorilla on tour, Mary J on tour, people are out here on tour, okay? Don't get it fucked up. But the music game has changed because of this direct response first. So, y'all, I just wanted to come give y'all my spiel, my thoughts today on this, and I will see you guys and girls another time. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe on this YouTube channel. Also, follow the 1914 Network on YouTube. That's my other page. So, y'all, just want to kind of give you this information, y'all, and just tell you my thoughts about the 1 year anniversary.